What's up, and welcome back to the Ice and Dum Dum podcast. Oh, and Bdog. Hold on, I got to get used to saying that. The Ice Dum Dum Bdog podcast. There's a lot going on. Still didn't get time to change the intro. I'm still trying to get that going, but we'll get that fixed. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Pretty tired. I didn't really sleep too much this week. There was a lot of preparing for Thanksgiving and stuff, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, Thanksgiving was good, so can't complain.
Yeah, I'm doing all right myself. Same, just kind of Thanksgiving, all that, working a ton, playing a lot of Xbox, that's for sure. Haven't really been watching too much, but yeah, been good.
So, you know how Dum Dum's over here lying about why he's like tired.
No, I'm not.
This idiot.
Nope.
This idiot right here. Let's be honest here. He has been working
I've been working a lot.
a decent amount. That's not like, but his RuneScape addiction has made it to a whole new level.
That's not
We've hit
true.
another tier.
Oh, it's not true. It's so
That's
okay.
I didn't log in 3 days this week on
Dum Dum,
RuneScape.
what did you buy
busy.
last week so you could stay up and play RuneScape longer?
We're gonna talk about this.
We're gonna talk about this.
I
We're gonna
bought
let
7 pounds of cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. I bought some smelling salts.
He takes smelling salts when he starts getting tired to stay up so we can keep playing.
Yeah, they wake you up, bro. It's
Oh.
That is a new tier.
it's more instant.
That is a new tier.
It's definitely way more instant than like monsters or coffees. You know what I mean? Those like make me tired. This stuff hits you like a truck. So you're like, I'm up. I'm definitely up.
I have gamed a very long time, and then a very long time in one sitting, and I never once thought I should do smelling salts.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. This is what
when
we
he
do.
when he
No,
bought that, I
welcome
was
to Trailblazers.
yeah,
Yeah.
welcome to Trailblazers. When he said, I was like, you're not really
I
doing
still
that.
don't know
And
what
then
it
he sent
is.
me a picture of them being delivered to his house.
Oh yeah, dude, it's great. I got 20 of them. I got 17 left, so it's not terrible. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
That's a
What do
whole
you get that's so
new
good
level.
from this?
That is a whole new level of trailblazing right there.
Listen, I just don't want to sleep.
Oh my goodness. Besides that, everybody enjoying the new Xbox still?
Yeah, for sure.
I got no complaints. I went to Best Buy today. I know I told you this, Ice. I know you bought one too, but so I went to Best Buy to get another wireless Xbox headset because mine shit the bed. But I was looking at just like in the Xbox section, and they have a 1 terabyte like hard drive thing, $220 for 1 terabyte of storage. I was like, dude, that is like highway robbery.
It's because
And it's proprietary
the only one
too.
that works with it. Yeah, it's proprietary.
It's the only one they claim that will run the same speeds that the Xbox One.
And it does.
X.
I can confirm
Or
it does
Series
run the
X.
same speed.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
know, but
100% can confirm.
$220.
It's highway robbery, dude.
Oh, it's expensive as all hell.
Oh, it's not as expensive as your TV, but yeah.
Yeah, so
Very true.
I made the commitment and went out and bought the same. Well, so the TV that Bdog bought was the TV that I was looking at. I don't know if I've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't remember if it was on the last podcast or it might have been during the stream when I said that I'm probably going to have to buy a new TV anyway because my living room TV was dying. So I bought the Sony OLED A9 Master Series and
AG9, yeah.
AG9 Master Series, and damn, is it beautiful. It's
What are we
actually it's just amazing. Like I only gamed a little bit on it because I actually just got it hooked up maybe a couple hours ago. But wow, I had my baby down here and he was down here after I set it up, and I had YouTube playing, and I just put a 4K video, and it was like paint splattering or something, and he was like actually mesmerized by it. It was insane.
That's so cool.
I know it's expensive and blah blah blah, but you know I've been working a lot of hours, so, and the wife said okay, buy it. And when the wife says okay, buy something like that, you don't even argue. You just go, you buy it, and that way, because you never know if she's gonna change her mind.
100%.
Have you watched anything besides YouTube videos on it yet?
No, I've only watched. I tried loading up Disney Plus because I want to watch I want to watch the newest episode of Mandalorian on it, but I didn't get it for some reason. Disney Plus was saying there's an error, blah blah blah, so I didn't get it going. But like I said, this is the stuff I have seen on it. Like I've seen, so I played I just loaded up a custom game of Halo 2 Anniversary, beautiful. Assassin's Creed, I loaded up and ran around for a while on that, beautiful. And I watched that paint in like Planet Earth, the 4K on YouTube. All absolutely beautiful, absolutely and I had a 4K TV.
So
hooked up to
that's
my
what I was
Xbox.
going to ask you next.
I had a 4K. This is what's bad. I had a 4K TV hooked up to this. I noticed in the time that I was just watching this, like doing stuff on this for like an hour, going up to my bedroom, which is just a 1080p TV, I'm like, my eyes are already started. It's like, what happened here? So
yeah,
yes, it's night and day. And I know OLED is expensive and blah, blah, blah. But if you have the money and you're seriously into entertainment, you're seriously into watching movies, playing video games, you have one of the new consoles, you do yourself a favor and you buy an OLED. I mean, and if you don't want to get the Sony, there's the LG
CX.
That's cheaper. It's supposedly a little better than this one in gaming, but everything else this has it beat. And this TV is freaking amazing. Like I said, I recommend it. It's beautiful. Yeah, I got nothing else to say about it.
What TV did you have playing on before you got the new one today?
The Sony.
So like, what TV are you comparing it off of?
The Sony was the 900 series 4K TV, which is a beautiful TV. It's my living room TV now. It's a beautiful TV, but it's this.
What's like? So you're saying it looks like really beautiful and stuff, which I obviously
it's an upgrade
agree
from
to,
that.
but I was making the jump from the 1080p. How does it feel as an upgrade from already 4K LED?
It's a noticeable upgrade. It's like clearly noticeable. Like my wife, who like I think I've said before, does not care about or notice like tech. She came on. She's like, "Wow, that is amazing."
That's cool. Isn't
like
that cool?
she even noticed it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, like I said, it's one of those things. If you got the money and you can do yourself a favor and buy it, you're only gonna. I told my brother this when he was looking at them, and I said when I was sitting in my room, at my parents' house, like I want to say like 13 or 14 years ago, watching G4 TV. I'll never forget this. And the guy was doing they were at some big convention. I forgot which one it was, and they were showing OLED technology. And this was OLED was just like coming out when it was like top, like that TV alone was like a $60,000 TV. He said he was watching a picture with flowers, and he said it was like making love to your eyes. And when I heard that, I said, I want to see that. And I understand what he was talking about, because it is actually, it's so realistic. You almost can't believe it. Like watching like Planet Earth, you're like, did I just go into the rainforest? Like, what is going on now? Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I really can't believe how beautiful it is. Sometimes I think I'm like my eyes are deceiving me.
I don't do drugs and I very rarely drink, but I thought I was high. I thought I had literally traveled to the rainforest.
That's awesome.
I thought I needed sniffing salts from Dum Dum to wake up, because I thought I was dreaming. I didn't know what happened. It was insane.
That's amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it as much as you thought you were going to.
Oh.
And it makes me feel validated in my purchase as well, and that I'm not just crazy.
No, you're not. You're not. I know, Dum Dum, you think spending that much money on a TV is dumb.
I didn't say spending that much money on a TV is dumb. I just have different priorities with my money as of right now.
It's sniffing salts.
Those are like $6, dude.
That's what it is. That's what it is. He's got to keep his bank account open and ready to go in case he needs a new Amazon shipment of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Like I actually kind of want to talk about that too on this. So it's just like priorities for our hobby. I don't know if you guys would consider this your main hobby, video gaming. It's one of my two main hobbies. My main two hobbies are riding motorcycles and playing video games. Those are my two, like above anything else, those are my two favorite hobbies. And for me, besides I spend time with my family, my wife, kid, blah, blah, blah. That's my two things I love to do. So I know when it comes to like buying stuff that I know I'm going to enjoy. I mean, we all three of us have jobs, or I'll go to work. We bust our butts at our job. I feel like to myself, I can justify buying this TV because I know I'm going to use the heck out of it. I can justify buying the new Series X, and I can justify buying an Elite controller, and I can justify buying a top of the line headset. And Bdog is mostly like that. Sometimes you got to push him over the edge a little bit if it comes to like a TV or something. No, I'm just saying there's different tiers, I think, of that's what I'm saying. I fall into like, this is my hobby. This is what I like doing when I have my spare time. I want the best of the best. I want to enjoy it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Bdog takes sometimes, not for everything. Like he'll go out and he'll buy a new Xbox when they're coming out. He'll buy a good headset because he really likes his sound, and he uses his headset for his computer and everything like that. So he likes to be able to really be immersed into it. Took a little cohorting to get into the TV game, but I think you justify. I think it worked, right? And I think you don't regret that purchase. You don't have any buyer's remorse, as we've talked about.
Absolutely not.
And Bdog has an issue with controllers. He's just got giant hands, and he breaks them a lot.
That is true.
So
that is true.
This one hasn't broke yet.
Yeah, so that's good. So yeah, but I feel like you're like ballpark. You will spend money on your hobbies. And
oh yeah, I definitely will.
And you can justify it.
Yeah, I mean, so I know you're talking about the display and all that, but I also, for gaming, built the PC. That was, up there in price.
But that's something you even had to talk yourself into that for a little while because you went back and forth for a while whether you were going to do it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was really going to use it. And then once I had a buddy that was on board to play, like whenever whenever we're going to play PC, we're either playing Xbox or PC. I was like, yeah, it's worth it. And the back to school summer sales were on. So I saved a lot of money on an expensive PC. Like I still spent a lot of money on it, but it's because the things were already on sale and they were like almost top tier at the time.
Yeah.
Which was pretty sweet.
Now,
so I'll definitely invest in a hobby, but you're right. Like the TV was just, I think it's because I live in an apartment and it's the size of like replacing it and like,
yeah, it's not like you just have
getting
your
rid
own
of
house.
that TV.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if I just had a garage or something or another room I could throw it in, it might be a different story. But with something as large as a TV, it's kind of like, I don't know if is the upgrade worth it to have to store this TV in this apartment?
Now, Dum Dum.
I knew this is where we were going. I knew this is where we were going. Of course
we were going here. Where else were we going to go?
No. Here we go.
So you already talked about how that's where the difference is. Bdog didn't buy the external. I bought the external.
Mm-hmm. I want it.
I go the extra mile. Like I'm in it to win it. I want to play it. I want to have the goods. Like I don't. And then that's another thing. Dum Dum on the phone. We had him going through the car audio. He goes, "Oh, that's right. You spent $220 on that in front of my wife, which was lovely. Thank you for that.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know. She didn't know. You know what I mean? You got to give me code words.
Whatever.
Just be like, hey, pineapple, bro. Like, shut the hell up.
So, Dum Dum is in the complete opposite category.
I wouldn't say complete opposite.
He's a low to mid tier spending money on his hobby. He cannot justify going out and buying an expensive headset. He thinks it's stupid. He thinks they're too expensive, which they are expensive. I'm not going to deny they're not expensive, but the quality you're going to get from a $75 headset in comparison to a $250 headset is night and day.
I mean, sure. I just don't spend a lot of money on myself, period, though. It's with everything. I mean, I spend.
Is that a new hoodie you're wearing?
This is $25.
I'm just asking a question.
This is the first article of clothing I have bought in the last 6 months.
What kind of hoodie is that?
It's a kind of sus hoodie.
Do you play Among Us?
I watch it. That's all that matters.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
It's for when I walk in the streets and the girls be like, "Yeah, you play Among Us?" I'm like, "Nah, get the hell away from me."
Sorry. We'll get back on that. So you were saying about not spending money on yourself?
No, I don't spend a lot of money on myself. Really, I don't unless it's like going out to eat with like friends. Why are we laughing?
What do you
You're laughing.
Answer the question.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
I don't like spending a lot of money on myself unless it's like going out to like with doing stuff with friends or like an event with people. I can justify spending money because like we're gonna, those memories last a lifetime or whatever the cliche saying is.
Pre-COVID.
Sure.
Weren't you known to go and drop some pretty big dollars at the local casinos?
I don't know about pretty big dollars.
You know what? That smirk that you're making right now is I bet I witnessed it a few times.
I didn't spend the money on me, dog. I spent it on the tribal people.
Oh,
I spent it on the reservation.
So you were lying about what again?
Nah, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't mind spending money, but I just don't spend a lot of money on myself. I don't know how else to word it.
Okay. I guess that's the best way. That's how you look at it though. You look at it as I don't want to spend money on myself. I just rather go and give it to the casinos and
you're making it sound like I'm a gambler. I haven't gambled in literal months.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Yeah, but the COVID kind of shut your gambling down a little bit too.
Dude, what are you talking about? The casinos are both open.
They're open now, but for a little while they were closed.
And I haven't gambled since they opened. What do you mean? I don't know where we're going.
I don't know how many drunk nights we're playing. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Foxwoods. I'm gonna go to Foxwoods and gamble."
Right. You can't give Dum like 16 beers and expect him not to spend a little coin. You know what I mean?
Happens.
So we gotta get drunk Dum to buy the stuff he's looking at but doesn't want to buy when he's sober.
If you got me drunk and you walked me around at like Best Buy or whatever, yeah, it'd be
buy it all.
I'd wake up and be like, "Where the hell did all my money go?"
That's why Dum has a drinking problem. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. There's different tiers of people who can't. I mean, because that's another thing. Like, there's sometimes you can't just afford to buy the things, and that's understandable. I mean, obviously, lucky enough, we're all fortunate enough to, like I said, have decent jobs and stuff like that. But it's just that's just I just want to point that out. Like, that's the difference in the gaming community and just any hobby in general. Like, people will go to town, and some people are like, I can't justify spending this money on myself.
Yep. Yeah, I'm one of those.
Absolutely.
But back to your comment about watching Among Us. Do you watch a lot of Twitch?
Do I watch a lot of Twitch?
Yeah. Was my mic broken? Like, hello? Like,
yeah, I watch. Yeah, sure. Yes.
What do you usually watch it on Twitch?
I watch literally everything.
No, continue.
Like poker, RuneScape, Among Us, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever's going on, Rocket League, anything that's going on.
So you're a tournament watcher?
No, not really. I follow different people that play different things, so I just watch whoever's doing.
Do you have like a go-to on there? Like, who's your go-to person to watch?
Probably a poker streamer called Lex Veldhouse. But
so you do watch a lot of poker, and that's another thing. He's not really good at poker, so he's watching to learn how to play.
I'm very good at poker. But all right. Yeah, I don't know. If not, then I'll watch probably like some RuneScape content.
We gotta wean him off that. His life's addicted there, Bdog.
Hey, I'm a very gambling man, but everybody can do what they want, in my opinion. If you want to gamble, gamble, baby.
I don't know why I am all of a sudden have a gambling problem and a drinking problem. Those are two false statements.
And a smelling salts problem. Don't forget about that.
I just came into this. I didn't really know what was going on. I just heard what I heard.
As he's drinking. No. Anyway, so what about you, Bdog?
Hey.
Do you watch Twitch, or are you not a big Twitch guy?
I'm not super into it. Like, I hardly ever watch it. I've watched I'll watch you every now and then if I'm not playing something, but I don't really, unless something new comes out, like a brand new patch and I can't play but I can watch, or like an event going on that's going to get me something. I don't really watch streamers. I'd rather just play myself.
Yeah. For me, so I stream on there, but besides that,
that's crazy.
I'll watch like I'll watch like a Halo tournament. Like there's a Halo tournament on, I'll watch that. But most of the things I do on Twitch, which is kind of weird, I watch games that I don't play. Like,
just to see if you like them or what?
No, I don't know why. Like, you know what? Like I guess the kind of exception to it is DayZ. I play DayZ a little bit, but I don't play a lot. But the streamer that I watch more than anything else is a DayZ streamer, Smoke. And I just enjoy watching him play the game. Like, he makes the game interesting. He has a lot of like fun interactions. But like, I'll watch Among Us. I've watched
Fall Guys.
I just watched Fall Guys about one time to see what the hell it was, what everybody was freaking out over. I just, like I said, I'll watch other games. Like, I'm trying to think of something else I've watched on there that I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna play this. Like maybe even like single player games. Like I watched a playthrough, part of a playthrough of what the hell's that game for PlayStation? There, they just came out with the second one.
Dark Souls.
No, Last of Us. I watched somebody play
yeah.
Last of Us on there. Stuff like that. Like I'll watch stuff that I know I'm probably not gonna play or I have very little interest of playing. Obviously I watch a game if like something like the big hype comes out on it and I hear about it, I'm like, oh, let me see what this game's about. And then I'm like, okay, this is just a bunch of people holding each other, running an obstacle course, and apparently the physics are all screwed up.
So
But-
I can kind of agree with you there, because not on Twitch, but on YouTube, I watch a lot of stuff that I don't play. So like Among Us and stuff like that. I don't play any of that stuff like on YouTube. I'll watch all these people play all these different games or whatever, just to see like, oh, that's interesting. Or, you know, I kind of have a knowledge of if people are talking about this game, what kind of game it is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me, like Twitch, if I'm watching something and I don't know what the hell's going on, I'm just going to tune out. I'm going to go watch something that I know.
Yeah. No, I said I just find the interesting content. Now, Bdog, you watch a decent amount of stuff on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I watch. I mean, I kind of surf YouTube, like most people probably don't. But
You mean you don't
what
like watch your recommended videos?
I do sometimes, but I don't know. I don't. It's been weird since I got my new iPhone. I don't have my Google account. Like, won't let me verify and get in to get my YouTube account
That's
to
strange.
see like to log in to see my normal stuff I see. So I'm kind of going on like a new. It's only off of the very last thing I searched for because it's not building a history on me because I'm just a regular user right now.
Yeah.
So it's really weird to see the videos that I'm getting. It's actually been kind of interesting.
You're like, what is this? I would never watch this.
Dude, honestly, some of the
they
stuff
do
that
bite on
pops
a
up.
chain. They bite on a chain though. Like, so if you watched, this glitch in Assassin's Creed or whatever it is, and then all your feed's gonna be trying to chew you up Assassin's Creed stuff. And then if you search for one other thing, it literally feeds so much off your last search. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. That's something I really dislike about YouTube. Like the algorithm, like if I search something, right? Like whenever I'm like, oh, I want to find out about this or whatever this game's about, whatever, I'll click one video. And then for the next 2-3 weeks, am I recommended?
Something like that's popping up.
It's either that YouTuber, if he's big, or related YouTuber.
Yeah. That's 100%. It's like you watch one-off video and it screws up your whole feed.
Yeah, I hate it. That's something I really dislike.
Yeah, most of my feed would be I have a lot of like lore videos for different like games like Halo or I'm trying to think Destiny was for a while. I was interested in the Destiny lore. Right now it's a Call of Duty Zombies. And a lot of like science stuff, like legit science stuff. There's
Those
one guy
videos
that I
are
watch.
really fun.
There's one guy that I watch all the time now that he's got just some like theories and stuff like that. 32, I think is his name. But I don't know. I actually don't even think I'm subscribed to him. I think he's just videos just always pop up my recommended. I'm like, oh, I'll check this one out. Oh, I'll check this one out. And like I said, I'm kind of like you though. I randomly search YouTube. Like I'll go on YouTube to look for something, and then all of a sudden, like I start going and like, oh, okay, I'll check this.
Hole.
Exactly. Get on the YouTube rabbit hole. I'd say YouTube is more like I like a lot of lore for video games and stuff like that, or learning stuff. But I don't watch a lot of playthroughs on there. I don't watch reviews. I stopped watching reviews on stuff a long time ago just because half the reviews I feel like just aren't ever correct. So
yeah, I hear you.
Do you guys watch a lot of review stuff or no?
Not
you can go Dundum.
Like reviewing of like, so I used to watch like reviews of like, you probably know what I'm talking about. People that are watching this podcast probably know if they're into gaming, like the Before You Buy series, like video games. You know what I mean?
Yep, I've seen those.
Those are like the only kind of review things I'll watch. I won't watch review things on like movies or like consoles, but I mean, pretty much that's it. Fishing baits too. Actually, I'll look up different type of baits and stuff that I haven't used, and I'll watch people fish with those and stuff. But other than that, no.
I look for reviews on YouTube on literally about anything significant that I'm going to buy.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter if I'm spending not just a regular amount of money. If I'm spending probably over $200 or something, I am looking up at least YouTube reviews. I'm definitely gonna look up Google reviews and stuff like that. But I'll go to YouTube and pop in to see if there's like a on hand like video I can see on it and give it a, and I know most of them are biased, but if there's multiple, you can kind of get an idea of what you're getting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When it comes to anything, but for video games, I don't, because that's not true. If I don't plan on getting it, or I'm not interested in it, or if I am interested in it, I won't get it. I won't watch the review. But if it's something like you said for Twitch, if I'm not gonna watch it at all, or I'm not gonna play it and I don't care about it, but a review pops up in my feed, I'll be like, oh yeah. I mean, I'll see I don't care about what the whole entire synopsis of the game is, and
yeah, it's not gonna ruin for you. Not ever intended playing it.
So I can be like, oh, that is a good game. I see why people like that or something like that. But yeah, I'm like your YouTube version of Twitch.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I watch stuff that I wouldn't play on reviews on YouTube when they pop up.
Yeah, just to kind of like, okay, I'm never gonna play this. Let's screw it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like how I am with you said.
this.
That's exactly that's my YouTube Twitcher.
So how was it? Yeah, give me a 5-minute video on how it was and what was cool and what was bad.
Recap it for me. Oh, okay, yeah, that would have been cool, but not enough for me to go and play it.
Yeah, I'll look up the story if I'm really interested.
I feel like nowadays it's like a 10 minute and 1 second video with a 2.5 minute sponsor every time.
It's because that's what it is. That's the YouTube way right now.
Dude, that's what I understand these YouTubers taking sponsors and stuff, but like every video is just over 10 minutes, and like 90% of the ones I watch include a sponsor every time.
Oh, they always have at least one in them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're trying to make money. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're in the game.
That's why they're so big.
That's something I don't like, because like there's so many videos that you can make a 3-minute video on, and they drag it out to 10 minutes. And I'm like, it's a 4-minute intro with like, then their sponsor, and then you get the 2 minutes of information. You're like,
I'm not ashamed of buffer dragging just to get through. I'll skip. I'll go all the way to the point where they start talking.
I do the same thing, but it's just super annoying.
But like I said, at the end of the day, though,
YouTube Red, doesn't YouTube Red drop ads? So they want you to get YouTube Red.
I mean, I have YouTube Red or YouTube.
It doesn't skip ads.
He's talking about in-video sponsors.
Oh,
yeah, like when YouTubers take a sponsor,
like Displate. I think everybody was like Displate for like freaking,
and like the Raid Shadow Legends sponsors a lot of people's channels.
But this is the thing, though, dum. Like
they're trying to make money, baby.
Exactly, that 10-minute mark is where you got to hit YouTube.
Amount, but they're trying to make big money.
Believe me, if I was a YouTuber, I would do the same exact thing.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when Raid Shadow Legends calls the Ice Dum Dum and Bdog podcast, they want a quick segment in there.
And now to take you guys to the Raid Shadow,
and I'll be like, right after this segment about how we hate mid things, I'll be like, and now to the sponsor of this video. Like that's exactly what we be doing. Like,
I mean, that's different though, because every
because we don't have any money.
No, 95% of podcasts that I watch all they have sponsors. You know what I mean? But they're not trying to drag videos out and hit the 10-minute mark. They're always like 30 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 hours long, whatever it is.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, I don't fault them for doing it.
No, either do I. I mean, I it's definitely a business decision. I understand it. It's just a little bit annoying on the viewer's side.
But as you can go on there. You go through your feed. If you go through your YouTube feed, it's like 10 minutes to 1 second to like the 12-minute mark. You'll notice like almost all of those videos are.
Oh yeah.
Just to hit that.
But I don't know if it shows you guys, but if you click on like a YouTube video, it will say right in the beginning in the bottom left-hand corner on mobile, it will say
this has paid.
Yeah, includes paid promotion or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you have to click that every time I upload. Like even when I upload this, I have to click this. Does this include paid promotion? I click.
Gotcha. Until Raid Shadow Legends hits us up.
Raid Shadow Legends, you listening?
That's Mills. That's Millies.
Let's talk. Let's talk business. You know what I mean?
We'll blow this thing up.
Well, yeah, we'll upgrade all the equipment.
We'll do it twice a week.
Yeah, I'll do it every day.
Yeah.
you want a podcast every day?
It's just 10 minutes of static noise and then Raid Shadow Legends sponsor.
Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you for sponsoring this video.
It's a concept.
Because what are the I'm trying to think what are the big ones right now? Raid Shadow Legends. There was Manscaped for a while.
That's still
Manscaped was big for a little bit.
Displate was big for a little while. I haven't seen them lately.
Did you see the Ridge Wallet?
Oh, Ridge Wallet.
I honestly don't even watch them. I just totally phased it out.
Yeah, Bdog's just like, video's back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I'll just wait. I'll see the 5 and I like blank it out. And then once I see it go to 1, I'll look at it and then I'll say skip ad and I skip ad and then I'm in my video.
No, because
And there's a way.
No, we're not even talking about those ones. We're talking about the ones that are in the actual video,
the content provider is
like right now, like I said, yeah.
Skip done. I'm ready for it.
Okay, his shirt changed right here. We're back to the regular video.
Or
that's all they do is they record it.
Even when they do it, even when they do it in video, you can tell because they like preload it. They're like, and I wouldn't be able to bring this video to you guys.
100%. Yep.
Gone. Get back to where I was.
As they're actually about to thank Bdog for watching it and liking all the videos. I wouldn't be able to do this video without nope.
Give me my facts. Zap. Gone. Get out of here with that.
I want to just know if I'm buying this product or not. That's all I care.
Exactly. I will. Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying to buy a washer. I don't need to know anything about Raid Shadow Legends right now.
Yeah.
That game, I guarantee that game is. I haven't downloaded Raid Shadow Legends because of those videos.
Yeah, I haven't.
Me too. I told Holly the same thing. They pitched it so many times and they've been pitched it for so long. I was like, I will not play this game out of spite
Because of that, right?
I'm sick of it. I remember it and I will never forget it. And I hate them for that.
Yep.
I will never play that game.
They ruined themselves for themselves.
They over-advertised.
It goes back to the thing I said before in the podcast about stuff being overhyped. If you overhype something, I'm probably not going to play it.
I see what you're saying at a certain point there, but it is also like an iOS game that's probably terrible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, how many mobile games?
iOS games. So
yeah, it is right there. Raid Shadow Legends.
3.3 out of 5 on Facebook. I didn't know Facebook made reviews.
I didn't even. Google Play gave it out of 1.1 million views, 4.2. Damn.
Google's also
out of 5.
Out of 5.
They probably got paid.
That good?
Raid Shadow Legends for that.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're up to something here.
Yeah.
Is it that good of a game? Like it's on iOS.
Google over here getting those Google views.
So for Matt or Dum Dum's homework, he's download Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, next week.
Is, right?
Yeah. I know, because then I'm gonna download it, and then like when you scroll Facebook, like ads will pop up, then those ads are gonna start popping up, and then my YouTube ads are gonna start. I'm good. No, absolutely not.
Dum Dum.
That's fair.
You got to take one for the team here. Don't you want us to get the sponsor?
We'll call. Hey Keith, if you're watching this, can you download Raid Shadow Legends? For
like Keith's actually gonna watch this.
It's true.
Gee, what do you think? He's a good friend? Come on. Like, get out of here.
Yikes.
Get out of here.
Yikes.
Russell will be texting us like, I downloaded it. To play it today.
Holy crap.
Yep. Like I said, dude, I was really busy this whole week. I would have liked to put more hours into Assassin's Creed, but there was just so much going on, and
I'll give you this week, but the week before when you were playing literally
that's called
the whole
addiction.
Saturday.
That's addiction.
The whole Saturday was the RuneScape. I don't want excuses anymore. Just talk about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So Assassin's Creed, I loaded it up for the first time. I've never played an Assassin's Creed before in my life, though. Like I no idea what the hell is going on.
You don't really need to.
But I mean, I'm also a cutscene skipper, so I don't really. I like gameplay more than lore, so I kind of fast-paced stuff. But I did actually watch and read almost every single dialogue in this game so far.
Well, that's impressive.
Yep. I just feel like I don't, because since I haven't played Assassin's Creed before, I need to know kind of what's going on. You know what I mean? But I mean, the first thing I realized when I opened up the game was, I mean, it's a beautiful game, man. Like, very, very nice. And the second thing I noticed, I told this to our buddy Keith. When I loaded it up, I said, why does every character in this game look like Bdog?
No,
because they all do. That's what they look like.
Come on now.
I was like, dude, they're all so like big and stoic, and they got the hair like that. I'm like, it's Bdog. I'm like,
it's Assassin's Creed Bdog edition.
Oh, for
hey,
real.
I'll take it because it's a sweet game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you had to have a game after, that's the one.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
so
but
how far into it are you?
I don't know even how to answer that question. I don't know.
What's the last thing you did in the story? I mean, how long have you played for?
Probably like 3 or 4 hours today.
Okay, so you're not going to spoil anything if you give out where you're at.
I don't really know where I'm at, dude. I'm so
What's the last thing you did?
I went on the boat. I raided an island. Got to I think it's like your main first city or some shit, and did a couple quests there. Played some dice. Freestyle rapped with this dude.
That was sweet, huh? How was the flighting?
Dude, I was in a party and I was like, I think I'm freestyle rapping right now.
Rap battle.
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like. Hunted some deer, killed some people, got my first treasure or wealth or whatever it's called.
That's cool.
I mean, I didn't play it for a lot, like probably like 3-4 hours, somewhere around there.
Right on.
But it's pretty good. I played dice, like
That's a cool little game.
it was super interesting.
Takes
I was I
a little
loaded
bit to figure out.
Yeah, it took me about 2 games to like fully realize that I'm supposed to pick the dice with the gold borders. I'm like, those are so much better.
Yeah, they give you the extra trinkets or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
But no, I'm looking forward to like getting like actual armor sets and like dual wielding like certain stuff, and because I'm still just kind of hacking and slashing and kind of button mashing. So
it gets good once you start getting a feel for the weapon that you want to use and stuff, and you can start learning the combos. Some of them you have to like time right and stuff. It's a really good time.
Yeah, have you even started leveling up yet?
Yes, yeah, dude.
Okay.
Oh, that's another thing. I opened up the skill tree and I was like, that's literally the first. That's literally what came out of my mouth. I went,
yeah,
why is this thing so huge?
Pretty expansive.
It looks. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if either one of you have played it, but Path of Exile's skill tree. That's what it looks.
It's not as big, but it's they tried to make it feel like that for sure.
Oh, it does, because it goes off in all the different. It instantly reminded me of PoE, but PoE has so many more skills.
So in depth.
So which way were you going? Were you going?
I started upgrading the melee just like straight up, and then
that's what I went.
Yeah, and
go left.
The stealth.
No, go up and left.
Up and left.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yep.
Yeah, because there's that I think we talked about on the podcast that
two-hander ability.
Two-handed one.
Yep. Yeah, that's what
which is where it's at. What about you, Bdog? You still been playing it?
Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit. I'm a little further than him, obviously, so I don't really want to give where I'm at.
I think you're actually further than me too now.
There's a couple days I didn't play where I probably should have.
I haven't played once this week, except for to load it up to see it.
Well, I'm at around power level. I'm close to hitting 200. I'm probably 189 or 192.
Yeah, you're smoking me.
Oh, well,
I'm at like 120.
I do like you're at 120. You're higher than me.
What? You just said you were at like 190.
Oh, am I at 190 or 90? I'm at 90.
He's got to ask Holly. Holly.
Yeah, because she's with me the whole time. I was like, I thought I was higher.
Okay,
so 92.
Oh,
you're
okay.
At 120. Yeah, you're further.
Yeah, I think it's like, one. I think it's 116.
I feel like you put more time on than me because I've pulled up the app while I'm not playing and you're playing. So
the game's great.
Like, he's a little further. Yeah, I mean it's amazing. Even at 90, I still feel very powerful.
I do too.
So everybody knows.
Well, even at 116. Yeah, I still feel powerful.
Don't come to my settlement.
Don't come to
now.
I'll crack you right over the noggin.
Have you hired my guy? Yeah. Have you seen my guy?
I haven't seen him.
Oh.
Have you seen mine?
I haven't seen it. I'm waiting to see you, dude.
Oh yeah, you got a treat.
Okay.
Whoa, my young Viking, sweet.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I think his name's Grogom the Mushroom Eater or something. He's like 330 pounds, and he's got a bear cloak and like a giant fucking.
You guys haven't seen Bdog, but that's essentially just described him.
It's sick. I'm not 320 pounds.
320 pounds of just muscle and.
And savagery,
beard, and savage hair. Like he actually carries a battle axe to work every day.
I could actually see that.
Comic-Con, here I come.
Oh, dude, you would make the best Viking at Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, dude, I'm
you should.
ready.
You definitely should. Like that's not even a joke, right?
You got to do it. You have to do Comic-Con one time.
Can't.
Even not even dressed. No, not dressed up. Like just go.
I would go. I would go for sure.
Like even if you didn't want to go do San Diego because you're on the West Coast, you want to fly over and we all go to New York for the weekend. I will do that.
When's the next time that's going to happen?
Hopefully next October.
In 3 years.
Oh, what are you gonna say? Stuff like, no, I'm
Buy your
down.
virtual Comic-Con ticket next summer.
I'm down for. Trust me. Whenever everything's back to normal, I will
Bro,
do
we
that
can
in a
watch some
heartbeat.
panels. We can like look at like
Oh,
art.
I
and
would definitely
stuff.
go. Yeah, I mean,
Last-
it's cool. It's all stuff that interests me. So
Oh,
Yeah.
you would love it. Like I said, I at first, I mean, I was still under that like nerd stigma of Comic Con being like too nerdy. When I first went, I was like, this is actually amazing.
It's like regular people.
You have
Well-
to go,
Mostly.
especially. I mean, I haven't been to the small ones, but I've been to New York, which is the second biggest one. You have to go for 4 days, and I'm going to tell you why. The first day you go and you go check out all the
Overwhelmed.
booths. You map the floor out. You figure out what you want. You look at the exclusives if you want to pick up an exclusive. You check out the posters. You go to comic book alley. The dudes in the comic book alley, like I'm not even a huge comic book, but the stuff that those guys, they're just awesome. They'll sit there and they'll talk to you like big comic book guys. They'll just sit there and talk to you like they've known you.
Yeah.
The Friday and Saturday,
Panels,
all the best
bro.
panels.
Panels
The
for
panels
days.
are the best. You got to get your panels lined up. You figure out which ones you go wait in the lines at the beginning of the day to get your panel seats. Then you're golden. Then Sunday is your mop-up day. You hit the stuff you didn't see or the stuff you want to see again. Maybe you were thinking you didn't want to buy something, but you're like, well, I mean, I only spent this much money. Well, Matt, I mean, Dum over here has only spent $20, and that's too much for him. But the rest of us are like, you know what? I could really use that for the man cave. I'm going to go back over there and pick that up. That's, I mean, how I have my Halo, which is not up right now, but I have a Halo, is it 4 or 5 signed poster from the voice actors from Master Chief and Cortana.
That's cool.
It's like the one with the face is cut down the middle of both of them. And I met them people. I met Frank O'Connor.
Dude, Stan Lee used to go like every year and hit.
Oh yeah, Stan Lee.
Remember
And that's the other
Stan
thing,
Lee's
cool, like-
line was
Oh.
insanely long.
Insane.
Yep.
And I mean, I forgot who else I've met. What's I met? I met Chris Hemsworth.
That's cool.
I met
That's
the
Thor.
Boondock Saints a couple times. I actually got pictures with the Boondock Saints. Who else did I meet?
I got my shirt signed from Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. The girl.
That's
that
cool.
voice.
And that's the thing. These celebrities too. Some of them just walk right out on the floor. They don't even care. And you're just like, they'll be like, "What's up?" You're like, "Hey, how you doing?" They don't want to be stopped. I mean, they're trying to enjoy the show too, because a lot of those guys are nerds. Like they just want to enjoy what's going on.
Plus, they
Like-
like the feedback that people give them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, so it's definitely an experience. If you're into this kind of stuff, you got to check it out. It's fun. It's cool. It's exciting.
It's really
PAX
like,
East is the same way. PAX, I mean, it's all video games, but PAX was awesome. I love going to PAX.
I haven't won
I
yet.
would
PAX-
go to.
There are people that go to PAX and just go to play video games with other people. They don't even look at the floor. They just go. There's a whole section of just bring your own PC and we'll play. You can play here, or bring your board game. And people are just literally playing board games with other people who like. There's a whole Dungeons and Dragons section
Network.
of
That's cool.
just people playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like
That's cool.
It's just cool. And I mean, I've talked to a couple. I'm like, do you guys even go check? Like, no, I literally just come for the 4 days to play Dungeons and Dragons with people.
Wow.
Like, it's insane. And then PAX is awesome. We get to see the games, like get to play with games, get to go to those panels. They do an Omegathon at PAX East, which is they take you can sign up for it as a duo, and they pick I want to say 16 duos, and you all play. So they give you random games at every stage to play against one of the other duos, and the
That's
final
cool.
2 teams play against each other on the last day on the main stage in front of everybody.
That's
Oof.
cool.
And it's
That's
always
really cool.
it's like random games and stuff. It's so neat. Like I said, it's just like I said, I'm really bummed that that seasons didn't happen this year. Not that I would have went this year with having a kid and everything like that, but I feel bad for the people that would have went.
Next time they do go on and you want to go, I'll probably go.
All right,
for sure.
We'll have to plan for it. I know Dum said he'd probably be interested too.
Yeah, I'd
that's
go
what
to either of them.
I already said that, so I'm down.
I'm down for all of us to go. That'd be cool. That'd be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sweet.
we'd have a good time.
for sure.
Cool little press pass, even though we don't get one.
When we get that Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, we get the press pass.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
get the
mean?
press pass. That's right. Yeah.
This is
So-
the first podcast after Comic Con, and then the ad pops up for Raid Shadow Legends on our stream.
So I had a friend who was there, and his buddy had a press badge. I was like, how do you get it? And I think it's at the time, and this was 4 or 5 years ago now. Well, when did you leave? It was the year you and Holly moved to Seattle?
2016.
So in 2016, when I went, I think he only needed like 50 subscribers on YouTube to get a press badge.
Wow.
Right? Like, that's insane. I think, and like, are you going to do reviews and blah, blah? I mean, yeah, just say, yeah, we'll do a review, whatever.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We'll do 2 reviews. I mean,
Yeah,
Raid
we'll do as
Shadow
many
Legends
reviews
is
as you
here.
want. It's free.
Yeah, you want us to review the whole floor?
Can you give us sponsors too?
Yeah, whatever you need,
do
bro.
whatever.
We'll be there. But so yeah, it was like I said, yeah, we'll definitely have to do that. We'll have to plan that. That'll be something to check out when we get to it.
And Ice, you're
we
100% you're 100% wrong. When you said I spend $20 and that's too much for me, when I go on vacation or trips like that, I blow money on stupid stuff all the time because I don't know when I'm going to be back, so I like to enjoy myself.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
That's how I do it.
what
I do a little
you're
bit of that
saying, what you're saying
No, I'm not buying you stuff. That's the next question.
is you're just gonna go wild. You're gonna be buying everything for everybody.
I knew you were gonna start throwing that in there, dude. I'm not buying.
So you guys heard it for yours. Dum buying everything. We're gonna get
I know.
Bdog and
Five
myself. We're gonna
course
get
meal.
all get all drunk, and we're just gonna have to buy everything. You know those like really expensive, like real big statues that they have at some of the booths? He's buying all of them. He's gonna be in so much debt after he's done.
Where the hell are we gonna put him?
Listen, I don't know. But
We're
we're
gonna have
going
to
to.
rent a truck to bring him home.
That's on your bill.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rent the
Yeah.
truck, dude. You're gonna be so drunk that you're pretty much gonna have a mortgage after with what you're gonna be buying.
What are my monthly
wouldn't let you do
specials?
that.
Let's see. $10,000 a month comes out in Twitch on a Comic-Con bill.
Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
So now I know Bdog has, because like I said, we lived together growing up. But have you heard of G4 TV before, right?
I have not. I don't
You've
know
never
what
heard of
that is.
G4 TV?
Oh.
That's actually
No.
kind of
It was
impressive
kind
to
of
me.
rare though.
It was for gamers. Like it was a gaming channel essentially until it
Network.
started going downhill, and then they
Like
had
Red
like
vs. Blue?
cops. No, that's
No,
Rooster
like
Teeth.
Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show and X Play.
X Play.
Nope. I don't know.
So I used to
Wow.
watch Attack of the Show every night. Like Attack of the
It
Show
was
was like
amazing.
I used to like they used to do Around the Net, blah blah blah. So it went off the air in 2014, and like they were nerds at the beginning, and there were still some nerds there at the end. When they started the first thing ever on the show was the screen popped up, and it was they were playing Pong. The screen was playing Pong back and forth. When it came to an end, how it did is right at the end because they had none of their original shows, they all canceled, blah blah blah. And they did a huge X Play marathon at the end. And at the last thing they ever showed was the first ever X Play episode. And then at the end, that was over. It showed Pong, and the screen got super freaking small, and you couldn't see it. And then it just went off air. It was dead air after that.
Yeah.
So their Twitter account came live over summer, and it said it went to a link of G4 TV, and it was Pong, and the score was like 9 million to like 9 million something, and the tagline said, "We never stopped playing." So
Oh,
everyone's
that's cool.
G4's coming back. So I've been kind of following it, blah blah blah. Well, the reason I'm bringing this up on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, I don't remember which day it was. I want to say it was Tuesday actually, because it was Tuesday because I didn't stream on Tuesday. They had a thing on Twitch where not the original, but Kevin Pereira, the original host of Attack of the Show, and Olivia Munn, which was one of the longer run, the two X Play hosts, Morgan Webb and I can't think of his last name.
Who was the guy?
I can't think of his last name.
Look it up. You're on the computer.
I can picture him, obviously. I just can't think of his name.
I don't know why I can't think of his name. And then the girl from Cheat, Adam Sessler. The girl from Cheat, which was another show that was on there, which used to be like they used to have a show that was about cheat codes in video games, and it was walkthroughs. Like that's exactly what it was. They literally did the show about that.
How to cheat.
And,
I love it.
And which is the other guy that actually was like one of the big wigs there. They did a show, and they're pretty like it's coming back. G4 TV is coming back. They're not going to tell. Cool. They're not saying Comcast actually owns. I didn't know that the rights to G4 TV.
Oh well, it's going to be a subscription-based service. It's going to be $10.99 or $9.99 a month. Well, and you're going to get just like on everything else.
I'm curious to see if it's that, but everyone's thinking it's going to be on Sci-Fi, and the reason they think it's going to be they're going to do something with Sci-Fi is because after they aired it on Twitch, on Thursday night, it was on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it might have been an ad. Why would they split Sci-Fi with G4?
Because
G4
when
needs its own
G4
thing.
when G4 ended, Sci-Fi took all the gaming reviews and everything for it. Like that's what if you went to the G4 site, it went to the gaming review side of Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi has a gaming review.
I didn't know that. I had
Me
no
either.
idea until I looked into it. So,
What the-
but I think it's going to be its own channel, whether it's going to be a subscription base of like whatever, $5, $10, blah, blah, blah. Or if it's going to be just its own channel again. They said they're not saying right now, they're still putting them in together, but watching Olivia Munn and Kevin Pereira again, like it was Attack of the Show.
It was
It was
awesome.
like,
I bet.
it was, they're hilarious.
I would
and-
watch it. I would subscribe.
The rumor is that Olivia Munn is already actually signed on to come back. And she's
Wow.
the bigger star right now out of the two of them. Kevin just does his
Oh,
own
for sure.
podcast, and he had
Yeah,
a show
she does
on like
movies.
yeah. So I feel like, and you could tell they were super enjoying being back together and like doing
Of
it.
course.
So I'm hoping he doesn't have anything going on because I would just subscribe just to watch Attack of the Show again.
That's what I'm saying. I would pay money to watch Attack of the Show every day.
And there's some big wrestler who is now going to be hosting something on there. So you know there's going to be at least a few shows. But yeah, Dum Dum, you're going to have to check out. I'm surprised you never heard of G4.
It went until 2013.
Yeah. That was
What-
that's
and it
when the
was-
show started ending. But on January 1st of 2014 was when it at midnight. Like, so that started.
And
It's when
you
it
said
went
it was
blank.
on like the Sci-Fi Channel.
No. It was its own channel.
Oh, maybe I
It
don't.
was G4 TV. Do you know what Ninja Warrior is, right?
Yes.
That's where Ninja Warrior became to America. Like they started showing the Japanese Ninja Warrior.
And what was the funny one? Like
the one.
Wipeout.
MCX,
Yeah, but then it went to like Spike TV or something, right?
but it was on G4 first, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure you're right with that. I'm not
Well,
100% sure, but I'm pretty.
MCX show or the X?
Yeah, it was like they were like people just getting hit in the head with the ball.
It was
like
the
big
but it was
boulders
dubbed
roll-
over.
Yeah, it was dubbed over. Yes.
Everything was super dumb. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing too.
If it comes back, I'll definitely watch it with you guys.
No,
Sounds
it
fun.
was-
Oh, you for sure should. Yeah.
It's something that I think you would have enjoyed. Like, especially just honestly, the last few years, X Play and Attack of the Show is literally what and Ninja Warrior is what carried the last like 3 years.
Entire platform.
What
yeah.
is the Attack of the Show about?
It was
It's like kind of like built like
like
the
a daily
Show
news,
or something like that.
like a daily
yeah,
news,
it's got
okay.
like segments, but it's all gaming oriented stuff.
gaming movies,
and it's humor. It's
Tech,
like
and they
kind of
do- yeah,
it's
they-
good.
they're funny. They have a good back and forth. The hosts,
But they'll
they do
also
like
give
around
you
the net,
good-
like
They'll give you good info too.
Yeah,
like
good
you
info,
actually
yes.
learn something from you. Like it's not just watching it to laugh. Like you're learning something about a game, and maybe it's a game that came out yesterday that you don't have to go to YouTube and watch. Attack of the Show did a piece on it, and it's Attack of the Show is really really cool.
yeah, they said they focus
You learn
really on,
something, you laugh.
They
It's good stuff.
they get like movie trailers before anybody else because they were like
Exclusive,
with it.
yeah.
Like the gaming trailers were usually on X Play because they were all gaming. X Play was just straight up gaming. They didn't do anything besides that.
Mhm.
Where Attack of the Show did everything. They did around the net, which is they took like the 5 funniest videos of the day from that they found around the net, and then they would do their own little like they talk about it or dub over something on it, and like it was a
Yeah,
really
it's
good
just a
show.
skit. It's pretty much
It was
a bunch
almost ahead of its
skits,
time.
but-
Is there anywhere
It was essentially
watch it right
YouTube
now?
before YouTube.
Yeah, in a way.
You know what I mean? Like it was.
Can you watch
Was-
it right now anywhere?
There are
You can go
shows
probably on
you
YouTube
can
and
watch
watch
some of
all
the
of 'em.
episodes. Yeah,
I mean, it's all going to be outdated news though, because it's kind of like a news
Yeah, it's gonna be-
oriented
yeah,
show.
yeah,
So
think
Yeah,
it's gonna
you're
be-
gonna,
but
it's
just
going
to like
to miss.
get a
but-
feel of it.
and Attack of the Show or watch any of them that had Kevin. I mean, Kevin Pereira
Kevin
was
Pereira.
the man on that show. Like he
Mhm.
had many a different co-hosts. All the co-hosts were interesting.
Olivia Munn finally stuck.
Olivia Munn and him had the best connection, and then when she left, it was him and I think it was Kristen, and those two were good. But Kevin carried that show, and then the last year he saw the writing on the wall and left. I'm pretty sure. And the last year was just them trying to have another co-host, just
Not
and it-
working it.
and it was okay. But Kevin was like the headliner of that show for sure.
Have you listened to his podcast? I didn't know he had one.
A little bit I have. He does a lot of like tech stuff, and he did stuff with like see that.
Wow, you clicked on it before. That's crazy. That kid looks super young.
That's him. That's a long time ago. That was pretty towards the end of her career there. Yeah, and then, but yeah, no, that's his last episode, Kev's. But like I said, I used to watch it every day. I hardly ever missed an episode. It was good. It was like I'm excited for it to come back. But yeah, G4 TV. Now they updated the whole website. See, and that's what it was kind of like gaming for. It was like tech for guys. Like
I definitely have never seen the
Oh,
logo.
in a way like that, yeah. I don't think it was that forward for the most part.
No. But that was Kevin. Kevin had that personality of being funny and like kind of like he'd make
Bravado.
those dumb jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. This is the website. They updated the website.
Looks pretty modern.
I'm sure it'll be great, and
I'm ready for it. I'm excited
when it comes back out. Yeah,
I'm
excited to
hoping
hear more
that
about
does come back. So we're gonna do our what do you call it now? Talk about what we can't actually spoil it, but Mandalorian this week. Yes, no, maybe so. How do you feel about it, Bdog?
Initial watch, I was like, yeah. As I thought about it, I was like, okay, that's really good. That's cool. And now, as I sit here, and I haven't watched it again yet, but I might. It was pretty great.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah,
I watched that episode. I was like, oh, okay.
All I'm saying is the specific hum when they actually put that into the show. I was like,
yes,
these guys aren't playing games.
No, they're not. They're taking it super serious. Like we've said that before on here.
You can clearly tell the hum is different, and anybody that knows like, yeah. And you're listening to it at first, you're like, no way. And then as it continues, you're like, these guys are really going deep into the lore.
Has this season made you want to watch the Clone Wars and Rebels?
It has made me want to, but I almost don't want to because I want to just kind of ride this wave, and those will always be there.
I'm saying after this season's over.
Oh yeah, probably.
I'm with you on that. That's why I said it, because I think after the season's over, I think I'm going to make time and actually.
And I could get Holly into that for sure.
Oh, absolutely, and it's on all Disney Plus. I mean, I've started watching Clone Wars, but I haven't gotten far into it. But I think that's going to be on my to-do list.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and then Dum Dum, we know your review is, still haven't watched it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to watch them all.
Waiting for the binge, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just going to make sure nothing's changed.
The only thing that I'm not going to binge this year is the new Ozark season when it comes out. I'm going to watch that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you should try that for a change.
I don't like
get you really excited.
See, because
but it gets you really excited.
You get hyped up. Like that's the thing.
I hate that though. I can't, because then I think a whole week like what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. Like I used to watch Big Bang Theory when it came out, like every single. I forget.
And that's not even like a big playing off each other.
No, I know, but that was like one of my favorite shows. And like if something big happened and ended in a cliffhanger, my whole week's ruined. It's ruined.
Well,
like,
that's
you
like,
think about it too much, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that.
I like the hype for the next episode. Like
I like the instant gratification. That's me. I like the
taking like Game of Thrones, for instance. We're watching Game of Thrones every season. You get excited for the next season. You want to see what happened, blah, blah, blah. Then there's people that I know
episode. You're like, all right, well, the next one's got to be good. This is what they're leading up to. Like, it gives you, like, even though it sucked at the time, like, it makes it worth it. And then obviously when you binge it, I agree with what you're saying. When you binge it, that one shitty episode, boom, you get
instant gratification.
Great. You're like, okay, cool. But it is worth the wait because
it builds up that hype.
I don't know. It makes the time in between feel
and
longer,
you get to talk about it.
I don't know.
You talk about it with people that watch it. You're like,
really relish.
What did you think about it?
Of what's going on and like talk about how other people enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. But like you said,
you know what? We might have to have a separate podcast where we just talk about Mandalorian. We might have to have a separate the Mando Maniac podcast.
Well, yeah, once the season's done.
I think I'm actually a dum-dum because I realized I said I'm going to wait for Ozark, but I think they're doing it in 2 parts this year. So the first X amount of episodes and the second X amount of episodes will be released differently, like in a split season for the final seasons. But I still think like a bulk of episodes is going to come out all at once because it's on Netflix.
Oh, you think they're going to do it like HBO does sometimes?
Well, that's what they said they were going to do. They were going to film half of it and half of it's going to come on Netflix and then the other half will come out in the fall or whatever.
So, well, that's what Vikings did, but they didn't bulk release. Vikings is in a mid-season break right now. It's supposed to finish the end of this year or beginning of next year. I don't remember, but you still in the beginning of the year the finale, season 6 or whatever, you had to watch week by week the episodes. They got to 10, and then they said mid-season break, and now the next 10 of season 6 are coming out soon. So it might not be all like a full drop like that.
Before we move away from the topic too of this, because I want to make sure, like, for me, I'm the opposite. I like the build up, and I noticed this with the series and it's still a great series. I'm not going to take anything away from it. Fantastic series. I really enjoyed it. Was Breaking Bad. I waited till the end to watch all of Breaking Bad, and because I didn't have the hype and the build up between all of the episodes and the seasons,
good.
I thought it was really good, but I didn't get like super blown away with it because I think I didn't have all that time to build up in my head. I couldn't wait to see that next. I literally just binge watched it. It was good enough.
I mean, it's still really.
It was good enough where I started watching it. I played hooky from work to finish watching it.
Okay, thank you.
But what I'm saying is, I don't like. I know when some people talk about it, they're like, "Oh, it's one of the best series of all time."
It is,
and I think it's a great series, and I really would. I'd watch it again. It's that good. But I think I didn't have that build up that people that watched it from the beginning had. And I think that's the same thing. I think that's a lot with a lot of things. I think the binge watching is just, I don't know. For me, it's like you almost
it feels good at the time.
Yeah, at the time, it's like, you get that instant gratification. That's why
Dum Dum likes it. Whole story, but I don't know.
You don't call him Dum Dum for nothing.
I mean, I'm a super instant gratification person, but is Mando gonna be a season 3? Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
All right, so I'll watch it week by week with you guys when season 3 comes out.
That's a date.
Damn. Hopefully by that time the podcast is sky high. You know what I mean?
Raid Shadow Legends.
We got Raid Shadow Legends. What you got? Raid Shadow Legends, Manscaped, and Display all
Donnie
the same.
Bought us all a house, and we're all watching it in person for the podcast.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing.
We all got podcast rooms that we podcast in.
Oh man, with the lights that change colors, that'd be dope.
Not except for you, RGB. You don't get changing color lights.
All right, never mind.
Oh,
that's sad.
That's sad. Now, this is one that you haven't played yet, Bdog, but I do want to talk about it because I've been having a blast. We're going to talk about video games before we close this out because to see what everybody's playing, but I'm pretty sure we already talked about it, but we'll just touch base on it. Dum Dum, myself, and one of our other friends we've been playing Call of Duty Zombies. This is the most fun I've had playing zombies since World at War, since the original Zombies. I actually enjoyed it, and I'm actually going to try this week to record Zombies gameplay if I have time to put it over the podcast. If you're watching it on YouTube, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try to. But I'm really enjoying it. I find it fun. I like some of the changes they made. I think I'm not looking up spoilers and stuff. I've watched a couple guys talking about it, so I've heard a couple things. So I'm like, oh, I heard him say something about this. But we're kind of just trying to figure everything out for ourselves. And I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know how big you are into it before this Dum Dum, but I'm super enjoying it. How do you feel about it?
I think I cheated.
You cheated?
I looked up the Aether Scope today, how to get the Aether Scope, or however you pronounce that. I didn't know we were not looking up any spoilers.
Well, don't you tell me.
I won't tell you, but I'm going to do it when we play
again. You guys play together? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it when we play again. I can tell you that, but I don't know how to get all the other items, and I definitely do not know how to beat the Easter egg. That's the only part I looked up. But yeah, no, I agree. I do. It's super enjoyable, and it feels... So before we did this podcast, me and Keith and Russell were actually all playing zombies. We got to round 36 or whatever, and it was getting really tough. I had 2 fully decked out pack-a-punch guns, both gold, and we were still getting decked.
It's like I said, it gets hard. I enjoy. I really do. I've always had a thing for survival, modes like that. I like them. They intrigue me. But yeah, I've been having a blast. I've been having a blast with it.
It's super smooth too. Zombies runs very, very smooth.
Yes.
Way better than multiplayer. Way better.
Yeah, that is true. 100% true. I haven't played the beat the campaign yet, and the campaign's okay. Which I don't know. I just feel like they
blow them up, slide down the road.
Yeah, where some of them were good. There's been good Call of Duty campaigns. I was expecting more for this because I like Black Ops 1's campaign was one of my favorite Call of Duty campaigns. So I don't know. I was expecting a little more out of it, but the zombies is actually, I actually am happy that I paid for the game because of the zombies so far.
Yeah, and now we got a fourth player to play, so we should be able to get
A little higher.
super high rounds now. I mean, we definitely have to start trying to find all the Easter egg stuff though, because
I know.
if we don't do that at early rounds, we're never going to be able to do it at later rounds.
It's true. And Bdog has no interest in the zombies.
I do have
mechanics of
one
the game.
tip though.
One tip.
So I will never play the zombies with you, and I will never be there in the struggle. But I do have one tip that may
Let's
or
hear
may
it.
not work. Pack 'em punch the knife.
That's what I heard too.
Really?
That's what Russ was saying. The knife
See?
is like super OP.
Really?
The
Well, I know
regu-
the knife was OP. Remember, I had it up to around 15. I was still one-shotting people on pack-up.
But
Pack a
yeah,
punch the knife.
That's what Russ was saying. I think he said 14, 15, somewhere right around there. The knife is a one-shot kill, but we've never pack-a-punched it, so we don't know what's a one-shot kill till if you pack-a-punch that thing all the way up, it's probably really dope.
He's got
That's my tip.
B-Dog pack-a-punch it.
That's
All
my
right,
tip.
so before we close out, B-Dog, what have you been playing this week? Just Assassin's Creed?
I played some Assassin's Creed. I did a little bit of the story mission. I got out of one of my pledged areas, and I moved into another one, but didn't start it. I just finished it and wrapped it up and moved.
All right.
Did a lot of mysteries and artifacts and stuff like that, though. And then I've also been playing FIFA,
which you have a love-hate relationship with.
Yeah, and I've been dabbling in the market and trading some cards and trying new people out and stuff. So it's been kind of fun, even though today wasn't so great. And then today I actually played a little bit of the game that I'm going to really be getting down on for the next. I'll be able to have a good review on this game the next time we have a podcast. So, we're going down to Oregon. I'm going to be playing a lot of Switch. I've been playing Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. When you guys saw I was talking about the pudding game.
Oh, yeah, the rice and pudding.
Yep.
Yeah, so actually, I harvested my first rice crop today, which was magnificent. Okay. It's actually super in depth. It's like a part-time farming simulator for specifically rice.
Interesting.
And then you're fighting and getting gear and leveling up. But the rice itself, how you harvest it and how you grow it throughout the seasons and weeks that go on as you're playing, doing missions, and then you go and farm, and then you go to sleep, and kind of do this rotation. How you do the rice and the weather you get, and it's crazy down to the water levels evaporating because of the sun, depending on the gameplay and stuff like that. How you harvest the rice through the 3 seasons and through the sprouting levels you up either permanently, so you can go through a process after you have done all that, and then harvest the rice. You can husk it, which takes a while because you have to do it manually in the beginning until you unlock stuff later. You can husk it from brown rice to white rice, and the white rice is gonna increase your growth as a character, whereas if you leave it as brown rice, I'm assuming later on in the game when you're really strong, it'll give you or not permanent, but a super food buff for one night. So when you eat that rice the night before you go into a big raid where you have to beat a bunch of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just hulling, I hulled all my rice that I worked on for 3 hours into white rice. So you're
planning on getting some time
grow
this week.
Oh yeah. I'm going to be vegging out, growing a lot of rice, figuring out what works, what doesn't. I'm going to be killing a lot of people.
All right. So
demons and pigs.
Rice and Ruin by B-Dog. Next podcast, we're going to have a big talk about it. I'm going to
have some touching on it.
He's going to be feeling about it. It's not rice and pudding. It's Rice and Ruin.
It's Rice and Ruin.
So, and what about you, Dum Dum? What have you been playing?
I mean, like I said, I had a super busy week. So I played the games with you on Monday and Tuesday night. Monday and Wednesday night, we played Halo, and then just some zombies, a little bit of RuneScape, and Assassin's Creed. I really haven't had too much time this week, so that's it.
Okay. All right. So, but you've been happy with what you've been playing, right?
Oh, yeah. It's all been fun.
Now, and like I said, all I played this week, I played Halo on the stream Monday, Wednesday, Marbles on Friday. We played some zombies afterwards. Still obviously enjoying Halo. Not much really to talk about it. The game's been out forever. Just love the game. Zombies, we talked about it already. It's fun. Play it. If you're into any of the zombies, you're going to love it. And Marbles, join my stream on Friday nights because you'll be enjoying Marbles too. We have a good time. We're all laughing, making fun of each other, watching Marbles roll. It's for such a simple concept and simple game.
It is pretty fun. Yeah.
It's entertaining, right?
Very.
It's yeah,
Except my marble sucks, dude.
yeah, Dum Dum's Marvel does suck. And
Yeah.
like I said, I logged into Assassin's Creed just to see what it looked like on the new TV, but I'm definitely planning on jumping into that a little more this week if I have time. And yeah, that's all I've got for it. So
I do have one parting question before we
What's that?
do go. What are you gonna watch right after this podcast and or play? Like, what's your next step on the TV now that
Well,
you can actually sit down and enjoy
I want to
it?
watch Mandalorian, but I'm going to watch that after I think we play Zombies because I said we're going to play Zombies tonight.
Oh, cool.
Oh, we're
Zombies
playing
too.
zombies? I gotta hop on zombies then. All right.
Yeah. But all right, I think we're going to have to wrap that up here. Thanks everybody for coming in, and we'll catch you in the next one.
This is the way.